Hello everybody, Doug here, Ellis Car Customs, where we customize the crap out of crappy cars. I want to start out by thanking everybody for all your comments and opinions on the last video. Like I said, I just worried that, people would think you were a sellout if you decided to take the YouTube money, but like I said, nothing's going to change here. We're not going to get all fancy and flashy. I'm not going to build a big ass shop. I'm not going to worry about what I do here, messing with the higher ups that monitor this kind of thing. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and like I as said before, if it ain't broke, I'm not going to fix it. And moving on from that, when I look at the analytics on the channel, and I look at the comments, and everything's all, pretty positive and constructive, and I enjoy it, but there's always one dislike on every video. And it's funny. I think I know who the dislike is, but I'm not naming names. But I mean, if you don't like the content or whatever, there's no law that says you got to watch it. But that being said, I think the person may have missed the goal on this project. I get it that it would be great to start with a rust-free car or a very lightly rusted car, but not everybody has that in their budget, for one, and for two, people who live up in the salt belt like I do, if you find a 70-year-old car that's not rusty, it's probably already restored. But our goal was on this channel to take what other people would have threw away and make something out of it, and show that it could be done. Because if I were doing this car for a customer, and the hours involved, the work and the sheer amount of hours would far outweigh the value of the car when it was done. Even, a Nomad, because it's never going to be a real Nomad, so it's never going to be worth real Nomad prices. But that being out there, basically I'm trying to do as much as I can with as little as I've got, and my time is my time. I do it for the enjoyment of it, and I'm not charging myself for it, and it's a hobby, and if it takes me forever to do it, it's not like it's ever going to be worth what a professional body man would charge to do. I mean, they get crazy money, and I've already got hundreds of hours in this project, and I anticipate many hundreds of more hours to go. But the goal in the end is to have a car that looks for all the world like a Nomad, has the style and everything, and I can drive it and not be afraid that, something's going to happen to this priceless car, because, I mean, Nomads can fetch up to 6 figures, So if I can drive around in something that looks like a Nomad, it's kind of like in the old days when everybody would slap racing stripes and SS logos on a base model Chevelle and call it an SS. I mean, anybody who knew what a real SS was, it wouldn't take them long to figure out that the car was just a faker, And what what comes to be the bad thing is when someone tries to sell something representing it as something it's not. But I never sell my cars, really, and if I were to sell this, I would actually tell somebody to watch the YouTube video and see how it was built. And, you know, I wouldn't try to pass it off as a real Nomad. But, anyways, I don't want to rant and rave too much. Just, you know, if you like what you see, you know, I'm glad you're here. And if you have criticisms, feel free to leave them in the comments, because I read them. And I'll try to respond, you know, and other than that, I'm going to get back to work. And hope you enjoy today's video. It's always like Christmas morning when you get another part in the mail that you've ordered. Let's see what we've got here. We've got there, it's upside down. We've got our tail panel, which is going to go in there at the back. So we've got that. Box is still heavy. You can never have enough bubble wrap. Here we've got the floor extensions. So you have one for one side, one for the other side. Yep. So we've got our two floor extensions, and we've got the front part of the floor. All we're lacking that hasn't arrived yet is the spare tire delete panel that'll go in between those extensions. So thought you guys would get a kick out of seeing this stuff just as much as me. I love Christmas morning. So here we've cut out all that bad metal. I had to save this lip at the back because the lip is different on that compared to a 56. And then I mapped out on this panel what I'm going to need. Left a little extra so we can trim it to fit. It's funny how the trim holes there for a 56 almost line up with the 57 holes, but they're slightly different. But you know, compared to having to fill in a couple of trim holes versus as bad and rusty as the panel was that we cut out of there, this is definitely going to save me some time. So I'll get this trimmed up and fit it up in there, and whoops, and I'll show you how that's going. Talk about trying to hold the camera steady. But yeah, I'll show you how it's going once I get it fit up in there. So now we've got it mocked up kind of where we need it. So what we're going to do now is make our plunge cuts along there and weld as we go. The nice thing about it is I can get behind the panel and push out on it to bring it out level to the panel I'm welding to. And then we'll just go along and like I said, jump around with our welds so that we don't build up too much heat in one place, because we don't want to warp this panel. And I'll show you how that goes here when I get a little further along. Okay, so now we have it tacked in there so it lines up with the wheel well, and all we gotta do is keep moving down the line there, filling in the gaps until we got a nice solid weld that we can grind. And then we've just got to make this part here that transitions to that patch we made in an earlier video. So that's got to loop down around and meet the bottom there and finish out the wheel well. But it's a lot easier to make that one little piece than it was going to be to make all that lip that was bad. So if anybody ever wonders if they can use a 56 wheel opening on a 57, you can, right up to the back. The back is different because of the cutout for the rear bumper on 57s. So if you can save that little bit, you can use the rest, and it's close enough to get you to where you need. So I'll finish closing that up and grind it up there and show you how that turns out. Well, we just about got that piece locked in there, just a little more to do. So what I'm going to do is turn my attention to this piece here and see if I can't fab that up and join it in with that wheel well, and then we'll be doing pretty good. So I'll mock up a piece there and see what it turns out to look like. Okay, so we roughed up a piece that's going to go in there. I just got it clamped there for now. And what I did was I went through and scribed a line where the patch is going to be, so that when I pull this patch back out, we'll know we've got to trim that off to fit the patch in. And that way we can butt weld it up against everything. So I'll work on that. But anyways, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll work on that, and when I bring you back next time, I'll show you how it turned out, and we'll move on to some more adventures here. But thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that great stuff if you want to. And I'll see you on the next one. Okay, guys? See ya.